Hey tubers, just a quick update. Got the these two. God, I can't remember where they go, but we'll figure it out. Also got the wiring for the electric windows. Don't think I'm going to be needing these. This is the switches for, and actually I don't need none of these switches. So these aren't correct reproduction. I went for the cheapest thing just to get the wiring harness. So these and this wiring, because I think we'll just wire all the other windows from here. So I got to figure that. Oh, excuse me, I got to figure that out. I'm assuming these two are ground, and I'm assuming this one's power. So we know where that's going to be taken from inside the fuse panel in the console. So I think probably the best thing to do is maybe route this in the console and see how we're going to do it. But first I got to make sure that these are two wires per switch, 4, 6, 7 wires coming out of here. One's got to be a common. So we'll have to figure that out. But yeah. Then they got a red here. All right. Well, time to sort out some wiring. All right, guys, when I get more, I'll bring you back later. Hey, tubers. Looks like we're going to play a little electrical today. Here is the wiring schematic for the power windows. I've hooked up the 4-way switch, and we've got this on ohms just for testing. Because see right here, it'll show 1. And then what we'll do is let's take this, I'm assuming this blue and black wire, okay, is the number 1 slot, number 1 switch. So we'll hit this here. And if we hit the switch up, nothing. Hit it down, goes to 1. So hit. Okay. I don't know if you saw it or not, but it should go back. Okay, so this should be up then. Yep. It did go back to 1, so I'm not going to keep sticking that damn thing in my mouth. Needless to say, I did it to all of them, and the schematic doesn't show. This is switch position 1. These two here are switch position 2. These two are switch position 3. These are switch position 4. And this is power. Now the question I got, and that's what it is because they sit there, and if you look at this, right here it says power. And you see the power goes to the rear door switch and to the 4-way switch. So these are all the other that came with it. They're all switches, single switches for the single pole switches. Okay, so I'm thinking I don't need these. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we pull power from the red here, run each one of these leads down to the motor regulator, this to the driver's side, ground it here. I'll show you this. Hold on. I'm going to pull everything apart. You know, we can ground it there, get the tape off it. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but I'm going to do a few more tests and play around with it a little bit more, and we'll see what we come up with. But followed the schematic pretty close as far as being the switch indicate the switch positions, and I figured, you know, sitting there looking at it, that's 1, and then that's 2, and then that's 3, and then that's 4. But yeah, so I don't know. This is first time for me on doing this, and actually sitting there tearing apart a perfectly brand new wiring harness to do it the way I want it done. So that's all I got for now. Everybody have a good Friday night. Peace. Yeah, we got the windows down. They're right here. Yeah, and they still are the original windows because the replacements, I'm told, doesn't have that on there. But there's been tint on these windows. So it's going to take, and actually all this, so I'm going to replace all this hardware. All this hardware is going to get replaced. So I'm going to take this one apart and start cleaning it. And I think I might even buff the glass, I'm not sure yet. But yeah. So, it's Sunday, and it is cool. It's about 50 out, and neighbor up the street's having a party, and he needs to teach people how to talk. That's mine. That person took up 2 parking spots. So, and I had to park in the street to get that out. And I think I'm just going to leave it there. All right, let me get taking this apart later. I got the window mostly taken apart, but some butthead really cranked these down. They don't have to be cranked down that much, that I know. So much so that they compress the little dome on the back here. Where is it? See? And look, I've compressed it almost all the way down. I tried everything. I don't want to heat it because don't forget it's got plastic on it, so if you heat it, I wonder if I get a vice grips and at least break it loose. Yeah, well, but anyway, this one's clean. Basic Eric asked what lube am I going to use putting this back together, the windows. I use a white lithium grease. And yeah, so let's see, what is it? I could use some bushings and bearings and operating under moderate load conditions. Okay. Well, yeah, this is what I use. So, I think I'll just load this one up. Give you a rundown on what's going to happen. We're ordering parts. Granted, it's around Christmas time, so I'm not going to be able to go too wacko right now. Next thing up is all the door or the window hardware. All this, I'm replacing it all, and I want to get this off. And then I'm kicking around whether to have the windows tinted or not while they're out, which is the best way to have it done. But then you run the possibility of scratching them, putting them back in. So I don't know. I did, when I moved the spoiler, remember I have a crack in it. So I got to repair that before I put it back on, but I don't want to put it back on until we get the front end aligned. So, all right, I'm babbling, and this is it for today. I'm going to go ahead and see if I get a vice grips on there, see if I can break these loose. And then, if I can, I'll take them out the rest of the way. And then, yeah. So I'll go ahead and load this up. I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. And see, tomorrow's Monday. I got some running around to do, so maybe Tuesday. But basically it's going to be cleaning glass. I mean, get a razor blade out. Where's my razor blade go? Get a razor blade out and get some Windex and have at it. And it's still not clean. There's still some crud on it. You can feel it. So, I'm babbling again. Later, guys. Okay, it's back in. And, yeah, I tried the vice grips and all I did was tear that up. So, God, I got to get these out of there. So, any thoughts? So, this is the way this is going to go down. And I'll videotape, or I'll videotape. I'll video every step of the way. So, first I've got to clean the glass and get all the hardware off because we're replacing all the hardware. Okay. Once we get that done, then I got to save up $600 to get both front and rear regulators. There's $300 for the front and $300 for the back. So then we'll get those. then I should have all the parts. I'm still looking for a better schematic and how this all goes together. I know where everything goes together except for these. I can't remember where they go, but we will figure that out. Yeah, so this might take some time, plus I got my annual trip to Grapevine, Texas for the grandkids is coming up too. So anyway, to make a long story short, stick with me. You'll see it all. It'll come, but it's probably going to be about 2 months total, because I'm an old guy. I don't work as fast, and I got other things to do than the car and that car. So I want to thank everybody for watching, subscribing, and of course leaving comments. And we'll pick this up next week sometime, but it's going to be hit and miss because I really don't. The only thing I have to do is clean glass and take the glass apart. So, all right, later.